But we begin with stunning breaking news. How cheat it apparently was. That's the cover of the New York Post right after the Super Bowl, indicating that Tom Brady of the New York Patriots must have known that during the AFC Championship game just a few weeks before, that the balls that he used were deflated to give him an advantage. The NFL has just released this. This is a 243-page report of the investigation the NFL commissioned on this issue. And the report concludes that New England Patriots employees intentionally deflated footballs in the AFC Championship game. NFL officials started investigating the Patriots after they defeated the Indianapolis Colts by a margin of 38 points. Look at what this report says among many bombshells. We have concluded that it is more probable than not that Jim McNally, the official's locker room attendant for the Patriots, and John Yastrzemski, an equipment assistant for the Patriots, participated in a deliberate effort to release air from Patriots game balls after the balls were examined by the referee. Now, here's what some would consider to be the worst. It also says that Tom Brady was generally aware of what was going on. This is the quarterback, Tom Brady, despite what he had to say back in January. Listen.
I have no knowledge of anything. I have no knowledge of any wrongdoing of any.
Nobody did anything wrong.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable saying that. I'm very comfortable saying that nobody did it. As far as I know, I don't know everything. I also understand that I, was in a locker room preparing for a game for 5 hours. I don't know what happened.
Well, this report, more than 200 pages, is very clear about what happened, and there's some damning evidence in it. Joining us now by phone, former NFL player Erik Coleman, who used to play for the New York Jets. Erik, you have been supportive because you were waiting for evidence, just like the rest of us. Let me tell you that in this report, I want to show you what some of the officials said. And in fact, this from an official: when game official Anderson and other members of the officiating crew, this is before the AFC Championship game against the Colts, were preparing to leave the officials' locker room to head to the field for the start of the game, the balls, and this is a quote, the balls could not be located. They had kind of disappeared. It was the first time in Anderson's 19 years as an NFL official that he could not find the game balls at the start of a game. Erik, it appears, according to the report, that the equipment guys were deflating the balls. What do you now say about Tom Brady and the Patriots?
Well, before I was trying to reserve judgment, but, based on their past, of cheating, finding different ways to gain advantages on teams, it's appalling. This game, it was a cold game. There's no way that Tom Brady didn't know the PSI of the ball. Those quarterbacks deal with those footballs every play. They know if the ball is extra hard, if it's soft. They have a good relationship with those footballs, and for this to come out this way, it's definitely disappointing.
Well, this is what's really going to steam you. Before the New York Jets game in October, which was even before the Indianapolis Colts game, apparently this Jim McNally, who was entrusted by someone to deflate the balls, got ripped into by Tom Brady because the balls were not properly deflated, supposedly. And they have texts in this report. I'm going to read this one from McNally after he got yelled at by a, quote, angry Tom Brady, because there are cameras in these locker rooms. This is from McNally. Tom sucks. I'm going to make that next ball an effing balloon, meaning I'll make it inflated properly, not the way Tom Brady would want it in a cold weather climate such as New York or the New England. So maybe even the Jets were victims because the Patriots won that game too. Well,
just like when they got caught filming people, I'm sure that wasn't the first time that they did this. Those footballs, when it's cold out, they're very hard to catch. They're very hard to throw. They're brand new footballs. And, the kickers, they do whatever they can to doctor the balls to make them less slick. But for a quarterback, for the ball to be deflated a little bit would be a big advantage in gripping the ball, and it would help him be more accurate with his throws in the cold weather. So,
yeah, of course.
So that's very disappointing that they have to go to that.
And check this out, Erik. Now, there's a whole bunch of texts, and to me, some of these are really, really negative for Tom Brady. It looks like Tom Brady was kind of greasing the hand of this guy, McNally, by giving him things that he wanted. And McNally didn't like being yelled at. Here's one that says, McNally requests that the needle, meaning the needle that would be used to deflate the ball, the needle be surrounded by cash and other items. Quote, and this is McNally to Yastrzemski, remember to put a couple of sweet pigskins ready for Tom to sign. Better be surrounded by cash and new kicks, meaning sneakers, or it's a rugby Sunday. That is a reference to a rugby ball, meaning he won't like the deflation or the inflation of the ball. So there are these checks. What do you think should happen to Tom Brady, especially considering that this report, put together by law firm Paul Weiss, one of the most reputable law firms in America, by the NFL, commissioned by the NFL, says that Tom Brady was aware? What should happen to Tom Brady?
Well, I think that they have to come down hard. This isn't the first time that organization has been caught cheating. So, I think
suspension.
They should find
what do you think?
I think they should think about suspending him for a game, a game or two, and definitely a fine. It's unfair. Guys put in a lot of work to get to the playoffs, to get to the position they're in, and to be cheated once you're in the playoffs. It's an injustice. It's not good for the game.
My gosh! And how do you think the Colts failed today? It could have been them going to the Super Bowl.
Well, I think when the Deflategate first started, the players said that they had got beat by a fairly large margin,
right.
And the balls probably didn't have anything to do with the outcome of that game. But you never know leading up to that game. Like you said, against the Jets, some close games that they're probably in that having the balls deflated helped them.
Erik, thank you. And I know this isn't the best birthday present, considering it was your team against which at one point there may have been inflated or deflated balls, but happy birthday. It's Erik's birthday.
Oh, thank you very much.
Erik Coleman is former NFL player, New York Jets. Happy birthday. What a bombshell report. I encourage everybody to go online and read that. Breaking news.